you.
Yeah.
We have to be we have to be strong because we have family, so we can't worry about it. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so we're back with soccer again, and we're going to be reviewing the Manchester Derby on Sunday. Manchester City hosts Manchester United, and we'll need to do that. It's Kule Williams, Mustafa Jinadu, Warifa Marcos, and Saeed Ando. I'm still Afolabi. Welcome to another football show.
Okay, so
Thank
we're
you.
about
Good
to have
evening.
the shitty derby. Both teams are shitty. City is shitty. Man U, I won't call Man U shitty, but Man U ain't doing shit. This is gonna.
They
I
are
think.
both Man City.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a tight game. I think the home advantage for Manchester City is very big. The odds the bettors say that Man City will win by point 0.5. That means they're gonna win by 1 goal. So maybe you want to bet on that. Haaland is playing very good. I think Diaz is going to be starting for Diaz with City, right? Yeah, yeah, he's going to be Diaz will be starting, but that defense is still not that great. And I think, as Kunle says, the problem with Man City, I keep seeing people saying their defense is bad, but it all starts with the CDM, and
Midfield.
also they play a high pressing game. So if you play a high pressing game, you better have a good CDM because it makes you susceptible. They have a good attack. They spent all this money on who is it Tijani Reinders. They brought a lot of attackers, but they didn't address the central defense. I don't think they need to make too many changes in defense. Once that central defense gets fixed, that's going to fix the whole game. Now on the other end, you've got Manu, which doesn't have any creativity in midfield. What's the name of the guy? Sesko is there with 0 goals. Can you imagine? This guy was the best strike.
No midfield.
This guy might have been the best striker in all of Europe last year, and now he has no goals at all. Some people would say it's because England is tough, which is true, but they need to unlock some goals for this guy. They don't have creativity in midfield. They have no number 10, or they have too many number 10s. Is that what you said, Kunle? They
Yeah,
have
too
too many
many
number
number
Yeah.
10s,
Too
no
many
two
number
number
number 10s.
8s,
They
no
also
number
don't have
6.
a CDM. They also have a problem with CDM and with holding midfielders. So they have too many number 10s. But upon all the number 10s they have, they're not creating goals. So I don't know why that is. Why do you think it is, Kunle? But before that, so I'll say the
Because
game is going to be one
before you
zero.
can be, yeah,
Go ahead. Go
before
ahead.
your
One
10s
zero.
and 8s can be creative, your number 6s have to create the platform and provide stability for those 10s to be creative. It's sort of like
Right.
having a car with 3 wheels.
Yeah.
And it's a perfect car, but it's got 3 wheels. If you've not got that other wheel, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, both sides have severe problems in midfield.
Yeah.
Um, Obviously, Cities is purely fatal. They don't have the personnel. And also Man United, the Casemiro is past it. Ugarte is out of form. Menu is out of form because when he's been playing, he's not been playing well. He's not yet settled. And who else do we have? Bruno isn't a midfielder. He's a 10.
Yeah.
And then we've got half the team are all 10s, from Mason Mount to Ahmad to the two new signings to Bruno. We've got like an army, Cunha, Mbuemo, this other chap, Xerxes. We've got an army of 10s, an army of 10s. But you cannot win a game with 10 Pelés. You cannot win a game with 10 Maradonas. You have to
Yeah,
have
they're gonna
people
they're
that
gonna have
know.
Casemiro and Holding in the midfield, right? Casemiro
Yeah.
Holding
Yeah,
one
but
Yeah.
more.
Casemiro is having the same problem we had with Matic, is that these guys, they don't have the stamina to be playing at that level anymore.
Yeah.
Casemiro is
Age.
past his best. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
aged. And we've always said it, the main challenge this season is to see whether Amorim can keep his job after Christmas. I don't know if he can with that midfield. That's
Cool,
my
you're
fear.
very funny though. You know why I say you're funny? You always say that Arsenal shouldn't fire their coach, but you keep saying that Man U should fire their coach.
That's a good
No, no, no.
one.
I'm not saying Man U should fire their
I'm
coach.
just
No,
joking.
no,
I'm
no, no,
joking.
no. Yeah, yeah. I'm not saying Man U. I'm saying that Arsenal and Man United have the same problem of these fans that don't support their coach because
Well,
they've been on Arteta
Because they
since
are big
Aubameyang.
clubs. They don't have the
Ever
patience.
since Arteta got rid of Aubameyang when he first came, there's been Arteta out movement. They've never supported him. He's the most successful manager they have, bar Arsene Wenger. That's and
yeah,
they're
but
complaining about
that's
him
not saying
doing
much
things that
because they
their
don't
club
really
has
have.
never done.
That's not
They
saying
want,
much because
yeah,
it's like
they're giving him time to win champions. Their club has never won Champions League in their history. They were in the mud when they picked them up. They were in the mud, and you brought them back up to challenge, and now they want to get rid of them again. But that's another problem
Yeah,
Let's go back to the start.
what is your
That's
prediction for
another
the game?
challenge.
So I'm predicting 1-0 to Man City because they're playing at home and Haaland is doing well, and I think they can work out a goal. But the key for Manchester United will be they're going to have to use Diallo and Dorgu on the wings to try to do something because I said Verstappen. I was about to say Verstappen. Too many different shows. Man City is vulnerable with their fullbacks being, especially with counterattacks. So I think Dorgu and Diallo will have to play a big role. Quickly, what do you think what is your prediction, Kool-Aid? Then we'll go to Falabi with that.
Yeah, quick. It's going to be an open game. I think it's been high scoring because both people are weak in the same place. I beat 3-2. I don't know who's going to get the 3, who's going to get 2. I'm United, so I'm going to say 3-2. But it's going to be high scoring because there's no midfield.
Yeah, what do you say, Falabi, especially about maybe Dorgu and Diallo? I think Manchester United needs to really focus on those guys and exploit. That goes with what Cooley says. Exploit the fullbacks who are going to be vulnerable for City.
Yeah, the fullbacks will be vulnerable for City, and I think there's no better time for Man U to be playing Manchester City because they have a lorry load of injuries. I just when I was researching for this show,
No, Falabi, they don't have a lorry load; they have a trailer load.
A trailer load of injuries. So when I was researching, I discovered that Omar Mamouche, who is the left-sided attacker with crutches, Savinho is injured.
Yeah.
Phil Foden is injured. Ranchekri is out.
Wow.
Kovacic is out.
They have tons of injuries. Yeah.
Foden has been poor for a long time.
Kujanov is out. Then John Stones and Rico Lewis. So to put out a starting 11 is even a challenge for Guardiola. So if Manchester United cannot find the will to win this kind of game, I mean, I don't know when next they will have this kind of opportunity. And then for Amorim, if Amorim loses this game, I don't think they'll fire him. But if Guardiola loses this game, it's going to be
more pressure
difficult for him to win the league again because they play Arsenal next, and there's Chelsea and Liverpool waiting in the wings. So
and they have a big Champions League match too.
And they have a big Champions League. I think it's with Napoli also. So he's under more pressure. Then coupled with the fact that they were not particularly impressive last season. So it's going to be difficult. And then you look at the conundrum of 2 new goalkeepers. Mayu has bought in Senne Lamens, and they have sold Dracula FC, like Kule will call it, to transfer.
Yes. The end of an era.
Yeah, the end of, and then
the end of an era. Not the end of an era. The end of an era.
What of Onana? Onana is still there.
He's been sold.
He's on loan.
He's gone.
He's going to
they sold Onana.
Yes, he has gone
for loan.
And then you have this Italian goalkeeper, best goalkeeper in the world, in Man City now.
Donnarumma.
So
Donnarumma.
It could be a debut for the 2 new keepers. How would Donnarumma cope for Manchester City? How will he fit into the kind of game they like to play with their goalkeepers playing the ball out from the back? So there are a lot of conundrums. But I think Man United have their best opportunity now. If they don't win this, I don't think they're ever going to win Man City in this kind of situation. But I think Man City are in a dire situation. So many injured players. I don't know how they'll get out of this.
And there are a lot of competitions. United entered a lot of competition. So we might do well later in the season. We always start off slow anyway. So I don't worry about August and September. We pick up after Christmas. Arsenal, the opposite.
All right, so let's go to Mr. Warif. What are your thoughts, Mr. Warif?
Mr. Warif, Arsenal fan. Well, let me talk as an analyst. Well, for
like we talked for South Africa. I hope South Africans are watching our
Well, for Manchester City, like Mr. Falabi said, lots of injuries. So that's why for me, if I'm a coach, I will not just depend on a set of players. These youngsters, you can be using them so that when you have such type and things like this injury setting, you can easily fall back to them to see how you can use them. Well, for Manchester City, they have one of the best goalkeepers in the world right now. But a good goalkeeper without a proper CDM and a defense is not a good goalkeeper. You might try your best, but your best might not really see you through. So I think Pep Guardiola has real work to do, mostly in the midfield, the creative midfield. If the creative midfield, they are not there, they didn't come to the party, Haaland is as good as -2. So number one, he has to work on his creativity in the midfield. And also, like I think, is it Kunle or Mustafa said, they are what's it called? Central defenders. No, not defensive midfielders. If they are not, the defenders will be exposed, mostly when they go for counter. if they're not able to return, Manchester United, I know Man U, they are very good in counters. And one thing again, Manchester City, they should avoid set piece in front of their 18-yard box because Man U, they are very good in set pieces. Bruno is there. He's a master. And again, this guy, what's his name? Sesko. Don't be so surprised that Sesko might score in that match. Because Man U, as Man U is right now, me, as an Arsenal fan, I'm even afraid of them. Because they have some good players. It's just the coach to know how to blend them. Even Mino, the guy is young, but he has the heart of a lion. Then this other guy, the defender that has dread, what's his name? They are all young guys, but they have the hearts of lion.
Evan,
Yes.
Euro.
Patrick Dogu.
Yes.
Oh, Euro, okay.
Dogu, Euro, they are all
we're set in defense. We've got excellent.
It's just how the coach can set up his midfield. Once you set up the midfield and you know how Sesko can deliver, that's just it. But for this game, I see it maybe going 1-1 or 2-1. But I'll stand with Manchester United.
So for people who are betting,
if Man U does not win, Man City does not win this game, it will be more pressure for Pep Guardiola because they're going to drop more run. But I think right now they're in 12th position. So if they don't win this match and those below them win their match, they might drop to like 15th or so, which will not be good. And again, one other thing, Champions League is coming up. As you are playing, there is every tendency that more injury will set in. And Pep Guardiola, for him signing extending his contract is another pressure on him. In his inner mind, he might be saying that why did I extend
and in the league, they are playing Arsenal next in the league. They are playing Arsenal next.
So the whole team is just not happy. They're not happy catching their phone right now for both the players and the coach.
Yeah. All right. So who's the other person here? Because I don't see their name. Is that
Saeed? I'm looking right at his dreads.
I don't know what happened to Zoom. Zoom is the one that
gives No, that's not Saeed. That's Rafinha. Rafinha is on our show today. Go ahead.
About this match, I think to me, the bunch of players that Man U have now, they are a bunch of average players. So I don't think they have it in them to beat Man City. No matter how poor Man City is, you can see that Mr. Kule is drinking Mr. Payne now, so that he doesn't get angry on them. So that
You're breaking up. I can tell he's yapping me back. I can't hear what he's saying because it's breaking up.
You said Mr. Kool-Aid? Yeah, something I couldn't hear it either. Yeah, your connection is bad, but it's okay. Yeah. This is Africa. What did you say? Cut off your screen for a second and talk so we can hear. Say it again. Yeah.
Mine. I said my network or Mr. Kool-Aid's network.
Your network is bad.
It's right now.
Okay.
Speaking for a second. Say what you said again with the screen off. Yeah.
Oh, okay. What I just said is, I said Man U players don't have that capacity to win Man City, no matter how poor or the kind of injured players they have right now. They don't have it in them. The only player.
But sorry, Man U has won 2 of the last 3 derbies, though.
Yeah.
They won 2 of the last. So I think
it's just fighting, Tom. Let him fight. Let him fight.
All right. Okay. Your connection is bad, but we're going to move on. I think we've covered just about everything. Any last thoughts, Kool-Aid, then we'll go around the block. We'll go with everybody. Last thoughts. Yeah.
Yes, I think it's going to be an exciting game between 2 underperforming Manchester sides. I'm looking forward to it because both sides have the same problems. This is the kind of game that Amorim can win, the kind of game that helps him keep his job. He's aiming to try to finish at least maybe between 6th and 8th this season.
Yeah.
And build from there.
Position.
He's preparing for the
Carabao Cup goalkeeper who's really highly rated, but he's coming from a very low league. But apparently he made the most saves per game in that league, and he's very promising and all of that. But thankfully, the end of an era, and Dracula has gone to Transylvania in Turkey or wherever.
I like to call him Nose Nana because his nose is a big Nose Nana.
And thanks to Jim Ratcliffe, who always says champers. We're sorted out the goalkeeper, but not really because I don't know what we've now got. So I think all that's left now, we need a couple of midfielders.
That's going to be a big problem.
Okay. Yeah, we need to actually sort of sell Bruno and use that money to get. Nothing wrong with Bruno. He doesn't fit the system. He's excellent. He's our best player. He's a great captain. But we need
the pressure is much on Bruno. The pressure is much on him, mostly in
Too
the
much
midfield.
pressure on him, man.
If I
Too much
got
pressure.
2 sixes
I don't think the caliber
if
of
I got
players
2
they
sixes
bring
for
out can
Bruno,
do the
it'd be
job.
worth it.
Yeah.
If I
Okay.
got
Last
two
thoughts,
decent sixes
Mr.
for
Sa-
Bruno, it'd be worth it.
Let's move on. Last thoughts very quickly, Mr. Saeed. Last thoughts. Yeah.
Yeah, like I was saying, I don't think the present value players they have right now can do the job. They don't have it in them. Only like 3 or 4 players you can say they have it in them that they can pull some strings like Sesko, Bruno, and who else again? You can.
Sesko's
The rest
been
are just
invisible.
average players.
Yeah. And the game is in City, so I think playing in City, I think City will pull this off barely. I think that's the main difference.
Yeah,
They're so close
the
together, and there's so many fans for each
best
side. You almost won't be able to tell whether you're in Trafford
That's true,
or
but there's
City
something about
ground.
playing in your own stadium, though. It's just comfort for the
They
players,
don't have.
not just the fans. All right,
There are
so
more United fans than
yeah,
City.
last thoughts, Mr. Warif. Then we'll end with Afolabi.
Well, this game is going to be a tactical game, highly tactical game. The only thing I advise was for Manchester United. They shouldn't. If you want to frustrate Man City, hold them up to 30 minutes into the game. Once you hold them into 30 minutes there, and again, you see goalless. You see, even Haaland will be frustrated. They will get confused. So if Manchester United can hold them 30 minutes, 25 minutes into the game, 0-0, they will now be settled. Everybody can now begin but want to watch Man U, but see with Man U got the victory.
Yeah. All right. So I don't have anything to say. I'm the moderator today. Afolabi, last word.
Yeah, I think this is the kind of the quality that United have. Yes, they're not up to City, but when you have Bruno Fernandes in your team, he's always fired up for games like this. And it could come up
Yeah.
with the goods. Yes. And you don't expect Man United to play tip-tap. They're going to be playing long balls over the midfield.
Yeah,
And that's going to give Man City a lot of problems with Brian Mbomo and Ahmad Traore. It's going to give those Man City defenders problems. So I feel Man United will nick it, maybe 1-0 or 2-1, but I feel Man U will win this one. Coach me on Sunday after.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm going to say City 2-1. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Nice one. So we're done for today. We'll be back on later on in the week for the post matches. Take us out, Afolabi, please.
Another brilliant
shout out to our South African fans.
Yeah, so our fantastic South African fans.
Thanks, guys. Well done.
I know that they hate Europe.
Well done.
But not only that, the fans are supporting our channel. Do you know that this month we've had 150 subscriptions? That's
wow.
That's a lot. We were. Remember, I was saying that.
Remember 4 days ago I said we had South Africa's charge in the World Cup. Try to get. They should try to get out of the first round at least.
Yeah.
Try to get.
We're gonna do a show.
Round. Come on, South Africa.
We're gonna do a show maybe on Friday tomorrow. We're gonna do a show analyzing what South Africa needs to do to get out of the first round of the World Cup. I think they need to get a number 9, and they need to get and they're gonna need in midfield. They're gonna need
a little bit of creativity in the midfield.
And they need to bulk up and get a bit bigger.
Yeah, but they can't do that.
They're gonna meet the Springbok and see what the Springbok are doing and try to do a bit of that.
Yeah, but they can't do that now. It's too late for this cycle. This is next year's World Cup. It has to be the team they have. But they need to get a bigger. They need to get a good number 9, somebody like Ravanelli, somebody who's big. He doesn't have to be skillful, and then use their wings, use their wings to feed the guy. Because South Africa is going to have to go through the wings. But anyway, take us out, Afolabi.
Yeah, we'll be discussing the Manchester Derby on Sunday, and it promises to be a very interesting one. From Kule, Mustafa, Warif, and Saeed, I'm still Afolabi. We'll be back again sometime after the game on Sunday to review.
And I also want to thank AI for making me look like I know football.
Yeah. AI makes us look brilliant.